Welcome to Ash Will of Mine. Thank you for joining me today. You know, it's cuffing season. It's getting a little chilly outside. People want to be up under somebody. So today we're going to talk about dating for people with a disability. So I want to talk about the 5 things that I think are important when you're looking to date somebody, and what you should be looking for or what you should try to avoid because of your disability. And it shouldn't things that shouldn't affect your outlook. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. The first thing I wanted to talk about is being comfortable with your disability and being comfortable with your body. Now, when it comes to like when you're in a wheelchair and stuff, many people have many different types of disability, whether it's like for myself, my hands are closed. It's not just about like being in a chair. There's many things. It's like you could be short, you could have amputation, you could be have disfiguration, disability. You're not comfortable with yourself. It's gonna be hard to find somebody that's gonna be comfortable with you as well. And if they're not comfortable, that's because of them. Don't let somebody outlook on you make you feel uncomfortable with yourself and make you feel like you need to not like your body. So I know, like for myself, when like on dating sites when I was younger, I used to not really be comfortable with myself and comfortable with disclosing my disability, because I figured, not really disclose. Let me have pictures of myself and not show my disability. Let me be in a place that's not in my wheelchair. When I have those pictures up, people would talk to me because they don't see the disability, and I would be like, okay, let me like disclose it after. So it's easy, like it's like a rich person not disclosing they're rich because you don't want people to be with you just because you're rich. So in my case, I didn't want people to assume because I'm in a wheelchair that they wouldn't like me. So that's how I felt. No matter if I felt like I looked good or I felt like I had a lot of things to offer, I felt like it was always going to be the image that was going to scare them away or not want them to talk to me. People always have this presumption that because you don't walk, you're not until you walk, you're more fulfilled if you walk. And that's not always what it's about. It's about being comfortable. If you're in a chair and you can't walk, then so be it. Don't make yourself feel like you have to walk in order to have a successful life or to be fulfilling. So what we have next is, do not settle because you have a disability. Do not make yourself feel like because you are in a wheelchair that you need to lower your standards. You should have high standards. Or like you should have high standards. Don't let, because you're in a chair, don't let your disability make you feel like you can't get no better, or you should settle for whoever likes you. Those type of people that you bring in who make you feel like because they like you and they're doing you a favor, those are not people that you want to settle for. Those type of people will take advantage of your peace, and you don't want nobody to disturb your peace. The same way that you could give that love and attention stuff, that's the same thing you want to return. Times too, it's okay like for somebody with a disability to date another with a disability, but don't let people make you feel like because you're disabled you have to date somebody with a disability. If you want to date somebody that's not in a chair, or who is so able-bodied, or whatever the case is, because I believe everybody's not able-bodied. I believe people have some type of disability. But if you want to date somebody like that and you're attracted to somebody like that, then you aim for that. Important thing for sure is to always be honest about your disability. That's going back into what I said, and to the first one is being comfortable with yourself. When you, in regards to, you have to be honest what you can and what you can do. And that's when it comes into like, if you're in a chair, like many people, if you tell people that you're in a chair, or people see you in a chair, they have that assumption that you you got hit by a car, or you got shot or something. A lot of those people that are in a chair, they have a lot of upper body strength. They can push. They're in a manual chair, and it's nice. Myself, like, I got a motorized chair. It look kind of like, it look goofy. So, and I can't push myself and stuff like that. Now there's some times when I may go somewhere like in a car and I have to carry my manual chair, and I cannot push that chair at all. Like, it is hard because when you're outside on concrete, it's so hard. Like, even on rug, it's so hard to push your chair. So when it comes to like that, if I'm hanging out with somebody or I'm going on a date or something, you have to let them know that I can't push myself. If we're going, I mean, yes, I could get around in my motorized shit because it's running on motor, but when it comes to using my strength, I cannot push myself. So you're gonna have to help me. And if they're not okay with doing that, and they feel like it's overwhelming, or they don't understand that you can't do certain things, then so be it. Then no, you can't lie about it. If like myself, if you're independent, continue that independency. Continue. If it's hard, still try to do it. If they know you can do it, a great partner will try to push you to do better and make sure you complete the task. If you need help along the way and they see you need help, then let them help you. Don't be so mean and not let them help you. Just, they would know you as time goes on that you can do this and what you can't do, and they would assist. If they sit there and watch you, like, and you're really struggling, or get an attitude because they don't want to help, then you don't need that type of person in your life. Realize it's gonna be some type of accommodations they're gonna need. Like myself, right now I'm in my car, but a lot of the times, when you dating somebody that may have a car and they drive their car, and they may have a car, and you can't put your wheelchair in it, but there's ways they could accommodate you. If they understand, either they could, if you have a chair that folds up, you can put in their car. If you have trouble, getting in the car, they can help you. If they're not okay with doing that and trying to accommodate your disability, then there's a problem. Or they seem like they don't understand, there's a problem. On dates, figure different type of creative things that you can do on dates. If you really are into somebody that if you're really into, understand that you're gonna need accessibility when it comes to traveling. Get on a plane, go to a hotel. Like, you gotta make sure that the hotel's accessible so you can have a fulfilling experience too. And last but not least, if you let people or outsiders look on your relationship and don't know your character, and they're judging you because you're in a wheelchair, and the person you're dealing with is letting that person judge you, then you don't need to be with them. Because I know many of the times where people go off how people feel. Like, if somebody say, yeah, your girl's ugly, they be like, yeah, you right, you gotta do better. But if you let somebody try to come for your relationship because the person you're dating is in a wheelchair, then you're fake, basically. People like to have their own opinion. They think because somebody's in a wheelchair, they don't have nothing to offer. Why would you be dealing with somebody that can't walk? I dated people, and the outsiders would be like, because they're jealous of the situation, because they don't like them or feel so way towards them, they get upset because, they're dating somebody in a wheelchair. And let me tell you, when people say that, well, you're in a wheelchair and that's the only thing they can say about you, they can't say you're ugly, dumb, but when they say the only thing they can say to you is that you're in a wheelchair, then they'd be ashamed to bring you outside. If your partner doesn't show you off or take you out and stuff like that, you don't need to be with them. You want to be showed off. You want to feel special. You don't need to be in the house. There's things you can do outside. Like I said, with the inaccessibility when it comes to disabilities and going places, you'll look into things you could do. It doesn't always, you don't have to be in a house. You know, enjoy yourself. People make assumptions, and that's just how the world is. But don't let outsiders play. But yeah, that's pretty much the 5 things I think that are important when it comes to like dating somebody or dating in a wheelchair. There's many other things. Those are the 5 like important things off the top of my head. And if you feel like you may know some others, or you know, you could comment, share stories, you know, like whatever the case is, just spread the word. All right. Thank you again for watching Asheville of Mine.